Can
Oh,
you hear me?
yeah, I can now. Perfect.
Right. Sorry, I don't know why that didn't work there.
No, you're all good. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. Thank you so much for coming and doing with this with me. I think this is really cool and special that we're able to do this, especially since you are like a master at Tales games specifically.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. I discovered you when I was playing Tales of the Vesperia specifically, and I was like, oh, this is like before if I wanted to buy it or not. I wanted to kind of check it out, and then I think that's how I found your channel, and I ended up watching through that, and I was like, oh shit, this girl, she knows what she's doing.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So thank you again for coming on and all that good stuff. I think it's really cool. Can you see my screen and all that good stuff?
Yeah, I can see it perfectly, yeah.
Perfect. So I want to make sure, do you know how, I was trying to look, there's graphic settings and controller settings. I have you set on the same audio as the game, and I don't want the game to drown you out, but I don't see audio settings anywhere. Do you think I have to do that like once I'm in there?
Are you on PC with this?
Yes.
If you try graphic settings, but I'm not sure.
I was kind of looking in there too. I didn't. Oh.
Yeah, because it does come up with some settings when you start the game as well, I think, so...
Oh, that's probably where it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want you to be drowned
it'll
out.
probably just be on the main game settings.
That makes sense. Well, then let's just jump right in.
Alright.
Oh, look at this. Wow. Came up with settings right away. Vibration. All this stuff is usually good. Sound output. Music volume. There we go. We'll just turn you down for this one. Perfect.
I think there should be one as well for sounds coming out of the remote, if you wanted to turn that off or on.
Oh, like, yeah, that makes sense. Let's do this. That should be good.
That's just for PS4.
No, I think that's probably this SFX, but I don't think it's like doing it as I click stuff, if that makes sense.
Right.
It might do it after I input it. Let's see. Yes. Now, this game is probably my favorite of the Tales series, to be honest with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what's your favorite?
Oh, probably... It's a toss-up between Vesperia and Zestiria.
That makes sense. I actually haven't finished Vesperia, so I feel like I'd probably have a different opinion if I actually finished that game all the way through. Because I think I got to... Well, I don't want to spoil stuff, but I think I got to right where Yuri's character starts to, like, change. And I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then I don't know.
It's a very good game if you finish it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what ended up happening. I think I got busy or something, but I need to go back and replay it.
It's really long as well. Like, the more recent ones I think have been a little bit shorter, so...
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because I have the definitive edition of that one too, and I think it was pretty long even when I was playing it.
Yeah, they added a whole bunch of stuff as well, so...
I think that's always so cool. That's how you do a remake. You know what I mean? Like, that you don't just like redo it with better graphics. I like when they add a couple optional things that don't like change the story, but just add to it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
That is one thing.
So you played through Berseria before then?
I played through Berseria all the way through, so I do know pretty much the plot and stuff, and I think that it's going to be a really good introductory Tales series for my channel. Just because I think this is probably like the easiest one to get in, and it's the darkest story, which I personally really like dark stories.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes in quite a different direction than some of the earlier games.
Oh, way, especially Zestiria. Like, I've played Zestiria as well. I don't think I've beaten that one either, but I got pretty close to the end. And that one was really fun and really nice, but it was very, like, almost happy-go-lucky the whole time, which is not bad by any means, but this was such a juxtaposition to it that I was just shook.
Yeah, I think the thing with Zestiria is that it's so happy-go-lucky that sometimes when it gets to the darker parts, it's quite a big difference.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's such connections between that game and this game that I don't even fully understand yet. I'm sure you probably do, and you can kind of help us out connecting them.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, I spent pretty much all of my playthrough of Berseria just looking at all of these connections, because they're so fascinating how many they could add in.
Yeah, it's crazy, and there's like some things that you kind of notice, but I feel like every single time I play through this game or Zestiria, I catch something different every single time. And so it just kind of like adds even more to it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've been looking back at some Berseria stuff recently and noticing things that I hadn't really noticed before when I was playing through myself. Yeah.
It's crazy. And I mean, this is just, whoever writes the story, like the storyboards for these games specifically, is insane. Like, these are so well put together and so well written. It just captures.
Definitely.
It's like a good book.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's difficult to put the game down.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, I mean, that's the sign of a good game. I feel like a lot of the newer games, just in life, I don't get that as much.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very special.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Wow, I kind of forgot that it just starts right here. I kind of...
Yeah, it's quite a full-on intense opening.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, this is... Well, she's so badass.
She really is, yeah. It's such a good introduction to her character as well.
Yeah, it is, because she has such depth to her character, I think, that it's...
Mm-hmm.
She's not just your basic, revenge plot. I mean, there is that, but...
Yeah, but it's a lot more than that as well. Her intentions and everything.
Exactly, and it kind of changes through her adventure, which kind of shows growth, you know what I mean, as a person, as a character.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I've heard people say that the Tales characters tend to, like, conform to stereotypes, but I think that, like, that's quite a surface level reading of them.
I would agree, yeah.
Like, yeah,
because
especially with Velvet and her development.
Yeah, because I would argue that the Final Fantasy series actually falls into more of, like, the cliche character arcs. Where I feel like the Tale series, I think, always starts them on those cliche character arcs and then takes them completely different. I think that's, like, their whole niche.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, oh, you thought this was a basic protagonist? No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I'm really curious about how Arise is going to be as well with their protagonist.
I'm so excited for Arise.
Yeah, it's not too far away now, actually.
No, it really isn't, and so it's going to be hard to, like, because I'm going to be doing this series, obviously, because I'm going to make myself wait until I finish this so that I'm not trying to do both at the same time, but...
Oh, wow.
I don't know how well I'm going to fare in that. I might break and just play it. Oh, Arthur.
There he is.
It's hard because I don't want to say anything for those that haven't seen the series before. If this is your first time, everybody in the comments, please keep it spoiler free. And also, by the way, I don't know why I didn't mention this, but I'm gonna have Elixir Vitae's channel down in the description. It'll be right on the first line. Make sure to go check her out. She obviously does amazing work, and so go give her some love. Of course, yeah. Are you kidding?
Yeah. I do a lot of Tale stuff, so if anyone's interested.
Yeah, and she's very good about it. Very knowledgeable.
Why, thank you.
Of course, yeah. Oh, Velvet is just so sweet and innocent at the beginning. I just feel like she's so... It adds such depth to the story.
Mm-hmm. Her voice actor did such a good job with her as well.
Yeah. I actually feel like that's a highlight of most of the Tales games, is their voice actors are usually pretty on point. There's a couple annoying ones here and there, but for the most part, they're pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
Aw, thanks. Laffy said.
It's so sweet and saccharine.
I know, Laffy set's adorable too. He's so cute. He's like, don't forget to take some gels with you, even though I'm bedridden. Like, I'm still gonna worry about you. Ooh, shiny. A silver coin.
You're gonna be finding a lot of shinies, I'm sure.
Yeah, oh yeah, this game is chock full of them, and I feel like I never know what to do with them most of the time. But I want to explore a little bit.
Yeah, some of this game's systems are, with the shinies and with fusion especially, are quite complex.
Oh, hell yeah. There's going to be a lot. I mean, obviously for the channel, I'm going to go into depth to learn a lot more about it than I am just like through a regular playthrough. Mm-hmm. But so far, I know like very little about it. I think I did like the bare minimum to get through the game because I was just enjoying the story so much,
Mm-hmm. I think that's the best way to do a first playthrough of the game, to be honest.
Right, and then afterwards, and don't look at any walkthroughs on your first playthrough. I think that's always a huge thing too. It's like, if you get stuck, I think that's part of like the magic of it. Figure it out. And then my second playthrough, I'll look at walkthroughs. I'll look at the secrets. I'll look at things of that nature.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like an element of discovery
Right.
from the first one.
And it should be. I think that's keeps the magic.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I was so
Oh, you lost
shocked.
it.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
I was so shocked the first time I played this because the Tales series was kind of like a late entry for me as far as gaming. I just didn't discover them for a while. So then I played Tales of Symphonia, really liked that, and then I instantly went to Berseria. So you can, I mean, my shock on the graphics and how pretty this game was, and like everything was huge. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's quite a difference.
Huge. I was like, geez, this game's made leaps and bounds.
Yeah, I started with Vesperia, like with the original game, rather than the definitive edition. So seeing how the series has progressed since then has been really interesting as well.
Yeah, because that one was like, I mean, that was actually kind of a while ago now, wasn't it?
I think it was 2008 when it first came out.
Yeah. I mean, so that's surprisingly got very old very quick.
Yeah.
But I want to play that game so bad again. That's such cool characters. They all have such cool characters. I think that's what's cool too, is that the Tales game never feel recycled in my opinion either.
Yeah, I think the characters in the parties are one of the biggest strengths of the Tales series, to be honest.
Absolutely. Oh. Be careful, doggo. My dog's over here being crazy.
Oh. What kind of dog have you got?
She's a German Shepherd Pit Bull mix.
Oh.
So she's really cute. She's black and then has like brindle on her. I'll send you a picture over Discord later. But she's pretty cute. No, Lavisa's not feeling better.
He'll get better eventually.
Aww. I think this would be such a cute little town to grow up in. I feel like they do a really good job with the atmosphere as well.
Yeah, it feels very peaceful, but you can still tell it's a little bit cut off from other places as well.
Yeah, very rural. I actually personally grew up on in a farm town. So
wow.
this is very not similar but relatable. You know what I mean? Very rural and just small town vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. I grew up in a relatively small town as well, so I get where you're coming from.
Nice, yeah, so you can relate to it. You're like, I don't know, there's a special little place in your heart for these kind of places. You're like, aw. Alright, let's see. Do you have any gels for me, sir? You do have a couple. Do you have anything else for me? Oh, no. I didn't think so. It's early. Let's just buy... Oh, I only have 200. No, we're good. We already have 3. We should be okay for right now.
Yeah, the first few battles should be relatively easy, I think.
I think last time I played this, I played it on hard mode, and that was
Oh, wow.
very difficult, actually.
Which difficulty are you on right now?
I think I'm just on normal right now.
Right. Yeah, because the battles could get quite difficult the further in you get, but that makes sense, obviously.
Oh yeah, I don't think I finished my hard playthrough. I think I got about 3/4 through the game, and it was a struggle. There was quite a few bosses that I was stuck on for a minute.
Yeah, a lot of them can be quite difficult.
Yeah, they were hard. I was actually kind of shook because I felt I don't know, when I did the hard playthrough, it had been a year or two since I played Berseria last, and I was like, I felt like Berseria was kind of easy. I mean, it's not easy, but you know what I mean. So I put it on hard, and I regretted that.
Yeah. I tend to do the lowest difficulty for my first personal playthrough just so that I can focus on the story.
That makes
But
sense.
as soon as you put the difficulty up, it's such a spike.
Yeah, well, and it's it changes the whole dynamic of the game and the way that I thought about it, because all your strategies and stuff that you used before, you're like, actually, those are kind of weak ass strategies now. When these guys are so difficult.
Yeah.
So we're in our first official little area. I think we're trying to find those prickle boars, those little cuties. I always kind of feel bad. They are adorable. Oh, Shenny, you gonna make me go kill them? Fine.
But you need the money and the meat.
That's true. Why do they have to be so cute, though? Look at him. Aw. Oh, hello, tutorial. So this game is more of like an action RPG. I don't think I've done too many of these on my channel before, but they're very interesting. A very good battle system, specifically in Tales, because you can do certain combos here, but then you'll have allies later that'll help you out. But I don't feel like... I personally really hate like the battle systems in like the new Final Fantasies. I just don't like them. But this one I think does it very clean.
Yeah, although to be fair, the Tales series have been using an action-based combat system for a lot longer than Final Fantasy.
Oh, hell yeah. Since like Fantasia, right? Since the Super Nintendo era. And so they've got it mastered down because it doesn't feel as clunky to me, and it still has like that classic JRPG feeling, but also being action-y.
Yeah, the characters have really good, like, a good range of abilities as well.
Yes. I agree. Well, and I feel like the AI, when they program the AI to be decently smart.
Yeah, I think the AI have been getting better.
Yeah, they don't go and do stupid. I remember in Fantasia when I played that, sometimes the AI would do dumb things, and you're like, what are you doing? Like, please, help me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being murdered. Oh, and then...
healers forgetting to heal, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, that's your one role. It's in your name. So there's the soul gauge too. It kind of tells you on screen what that does, but pretty much if you waste all of your soul gauge, you're going to be chilling for a minute and you can't really do too much. But if you stun them, you get another one in your max soul gauge bar. Do you have any tips with that, Elixir?
I think if you guard, then your souls regenerate a little bit quicker.
Oh, you're right. So then you can get them back.
I think you've got to do the tutorial to...
Oh, that makes sense. I was like, why is this not happening? Guard me, sir.
The tutorials could be... Yeah.
I was like, attack me then. Sometimes I just have an issue with this, like, oh, kill? That's what we're doing? Cool. I'm not going to read. I'm just going to focus in and go murder.
Yeah.
So I tried that, and then I was like, nothing's happening. Look how cute they are, though.
They are very cute, yeah.
I feel like if I had one, I'd name it Winston.
That's a good name, yeah.
Winston the Prickle Boar. I feel like he'd probably be messy, though.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
He'd have to sleep outside.
Wild boars.
Yeah, no kidding. They're dangerous as fuck, too. They're not cute in real life, so I feel like I'd probably change my mind.
Yeah.
I'd like have it in my house, and I'd be like, oh, no, just kidding. We'll call Velvet to kill you. Oh, shoot. There's 4 gels right there. Thanks. Treasure chests are a thing. And then they're color-coded, too, so there's copper, silver, gold. You just get better stuff out of the ladder. I don't think we need to go over there yet, right?
That's plot that way. Kind of. There's a prickle boar through there.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah.
I just remember this went to, like, the... Oh, yeah. It does, but there is a prickle boar here. Now, this area, everybody keep this in your mind for later. Hello, prickle boars. Oh, they're so cute. Die. They're very low aggro, to be honest with you. They just kind of chill. I think that makes it worse. If they were, like, charging at us and really trying to fuck me up, I'd be like, ha, fuck you, prickle boar. But they're just chilling there. They just kind of stare at her, like... Yay. I think there is something we can look up here, right?
Yeah, if you go up to the pit.
It's the hole into... No one knows.
This place isn't safe. That hole's gotten bigger. I've told them 1,000 times they ought to build a fence. They keep saying it's forbidden land. Even Celica used to scare me with it. She was always, this is a gateway.
Oh, Celica.
I'm too old to keep falling for that nonsense.
Too old as a 16-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. She says, I'm a full-grown ass person now at 16. Gotta remember the rules of, like, fantasy JRPGs. At 16, you're ready to take on the world. At 20, you're ancient. That's it.
35, you're practically on your deathbed.
Oh, yeah. You should be lucky to be alive at that point. And if you make it to 40 somehow, at that point you live forever then. You just turn into a granny and you never age.
Just like Celica taught me. That ought to pick 'em right up. A healthy portion of nourishing meat cures fevers and weariness alike.
Velvet is like so maternal at the beginning too.
Yeah. I suppose she's had to take care of like her little brother for so long.
Right, probably her whole life ever since, I mean obviously Celica isn't with their family anymore. We haven't seen her for whatever reason, but it seems like it's just been her and her brother.
Start raising them.
Yeah.
They can just be so temperamental. I wonder if they could be bred with more docile pigs.
Oinklebores?
Uncle boars?
I'd have Winston the Oinklebore.
Doesn't sound appetizing.
Or a picklebore.
Oh,
Yeah, picklebore.
that is adorable.
Too cute, though. We wouldn't want to disturb.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I wouldn't want to eat a picklebore.
Yeah.
That is one thing that they do really good in the Tale series too, is the side conversations. Like, they add so much depth and they're genuinely entertaining.
Yeah, the skits and side conversations, they really do add just so much to the characters.
Where I feel like in other games, I'll find myself like, if they have like side conversations or like party talk. Dragon Quest is a good example for that. It has party talk and I never fucking use it. I don't know why. But this game, I hit them every single time. They're funny.
Yeah, I think as well some games that I've been playing recently anyway, they're great with their main story, but they don't seem to add so much to the characters in like extra things.
Right, right.
Yeah. So it's nice to have the Tales series put so much like depth into their characters even through side content.
Yeah, and I think that kind of goes back to our point that we made before that. It's like, these are not cliche characters, you know what I mean? They show them in so many different situations. They show them when they're being, like, cute and adorable. They show them when they're mad and frustrated. Like, they show all of the emotions, the full depth of a person, and it just makes them seem more relatable. Oh, yeah. Hidden arts. I kind of forgot about that. Searing edge to A. I'm using this on a Switch controller, so my things are kind of messed up right now. There we go. So we'll just go to Searing Edge. We'll just do a couple of those for right now, and then I'll go in through and actually make combos later.
Yeah. How do you feel about the arts tree in this game?
Like the art style and stuff, I think it's gorgeous. I think that I really like how it, I don't even know how to explain it, but Wind Waker's, like Zelda Wind Waker almost had a similar one, but this one's done better, where you can see like the lines of each of the sprites, like where they're drawn, but then they look really realistic within that. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's kind of almost painterly.
Right, and so then they can kind of keep those like pastel colors, kind of like that almost cartoony look, but it can still look realistic. I think it's very unique, actually.
Yeah, definitely. You seem to have been leaning into it a little bit more recently as well.
Yeah, well, because I think that, like, for a long time in gaming, there was such this, like, just craving for, like, good graphics, and then I think everybody were just graphic whores, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people just get games based on graphics, where now I think that graphics have all gotten so good that they've kind of plateaued, you know? There's not going to be exponential great graphics anymore. Now it's just graphic styles and certain niches.
Yeah, I think if every game had AAA realistic graphics, then it would just be a little boring, I guess.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to see different styles.
Well, and me personally, when I'm going into, like, playing a game like this, I want to escape. I want to go into a fantasy world. I like it being cartoony like this. It's still realistic. This looks gorgeous. But it's not, like, hyper realistic. Oh, Arthur and his maxims. I feel like they might be genuinely good things to live by, potentially, but after
They're not bad advice.
after a while they just kind of irritate me, and I'm sure you know why.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think that's another cool thing about this game specifically, but it kind of branches out to all Tales games, is that you have completely different emotions going through this the first time than you do the second time.
Yeah, with the hindsight and being able to see things that you didn't understand the first time you played it because you've got the further context. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many things like just like wordplay and foreshadowing that they do that I did not catch on to the first time. For me, when the big twist happened the first time, it really got me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was shook. I mean, you kind of know it from the opening scenes, but I did not see it happening the way it does.
The bird question.
I think this is genuinely like a good psychological question too.
Yeah.
But there's so many answers to it.
Yeah, it's interesting to see different people's takes on it, I guess.
Especially characters throughout the series have different answers. You know what I mean? Like throughout the game, this question comes up often. I think that's such a pretty name too, Celica.
Hurry back. I'll make you a quiche, just the way she taught me.
Aw. We love quiche.
What a nice family.
I know, so happy.
Nothing's gonna go wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say no problems at all. Like that's the whole game, is just a peaceful life. Oh.
But then, how would I pay for Luffy's medicine? Jim took care of that. And it means
Seeing Velvet go through these like small little baby moral dilemmas now compared to like what she has to do later in the game is kind of interesting to see too. Like right now she's dead ass like, I wonder if those prickle boars were brothers, like maybe I shouldn't have killed them.
Yeah, it's the scope of what's important to her each time.
Yeah, exactly, because throughout the game later she's not gonna even think twice about stupid prickle boars, you know what I mean? Like it's what her priorities are. Oh yeah, that's her friend.
And her dogs.
The dogs.
you must have been out hunting. Yeah, it was
They're cute.
Look at you.
They are very cute.
If you were a boy, I think I'd be in love. Good thing I'm a girl. Oh, yeah? You ought to do something about your style then.
Oh, I think Velvet looks cute.
It kind of broke my comb.
It's a rustic charm.
Right, right.
Yeah.
It's very practical too.
I'd like to, but... Hey, mister!
The
But it's
comb and the
interesting as
compass.
well as her just being a girl with her friends.
Right, exactly. And she's just, I mean, she's so normal right now, quote unquote normal, you know. But she's just being a normal, nice person.
They do so well in setting things up.
Yeah, so good. Creates such an atmosphere and such a story behind her. Oh, Demon Blight.
When's it coming then?
Is that the UK spelling of demon? Is that why? That makes sense. Or is that just a Tales of thing?
What is wrong
I'm not really sure, to be honest.
with me or something?
I think there are a couple of different spellings of demon. It's maybe the archaic one.
That makes sense.
Weird.
Well, I know here in America we like to just like take words and just rip letters out of them for some reason and pretend like that was the original. So I wouldn't have been
Yeah, that's very
surprised.
Yeah. No, we do tend to spell it with just an E over here.
Oh, that makes sense. So maybe, yeah, it probably is just the archaic. I thought we just ripped out a letter for fun because, you know, there
Yeah.
is no reason actually. Just to be different.
Velvet! You didn't forget, did you? You promised to teach me how to make your special quiche. You mean for that apprentice animal doctor you had your eye on? You were serious?
Duh.
Serious? This is life or death for me, but I thought your folks weren't keen on the two of you dating. Who cares what people think? The important thing is my feelings.
So dramatic.
If I were a boy, I think I'd be in love. Darn right.
Darn right.
Nico's great.
She is great. She's just a good, wholesome friend.
Better hurry home.
Oh, hello, doggo. Orthy.
Both the and Rest seem pretty down today.
so weird. My name's Russ, so I'm always like, oh.
Wow.
They've always been a bit windy. The other day, that kitty rollout chased both of them up a tree.
They're so cute, but they are little scaredy cats, huh?
Whenever it's dark out, they both dive into my bed. Shit.
I think that makes them cuter.
Shade bot.
Definitely.
Nico's bodyguards, right? Start
Not the best bodyguards, though.
Getting scared by a cat.
Yeah.
baby. But they're so cute. So I forgive them.
Same. I forgive them too. Ooh, there's a chest over here.
Ooh.
We're probably dead ass just robbing that guy's shit, but it's fine. Sorry, dude. You just watched me take your stuff. Oh, there's another conversation. I missed it.
Silica taught you how to make
Sorry?
your special
Oh no, you're good. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, like, I heard someone recently mention that this is the one game where going around and just taking items from all over the place kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that is true. That does make sense.
Maybe not so much right now, but
Later it does.
make them take
Like Velvet totally would.
yeah.
matching uniforms.
I was streaming the Skyward Sword HD remake, and I was shook because, like, obviously my RPG brain saw like cabinets and dressers, and I was like, all right, let's go open them. Like, let's go steal some shit. And I opened it, and it said, you probably shouldn't be looking through other people's things. And I was like, oh my god, like, did you just shame me? And I was like, you're right. I shouldn't.
But it's been drilled into you to look for things everywhere.
Yeah, I was like, I've been taught to steal from everyone. What do you mean I can't just take their stuff? It's kind of shocking, really. Alright, well, let's go tell Laphicet that he's getting no medicine. It's kind of sad. I
He
couldn't.
doesn't need medicine.
He'll be fine.
Totally.
I couldn't even imagine like being in her situation. That would be such pressure.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, only 16 as well.
Yeah, that's just too much. It's like at 16, you should probably be thinking about like yourself and what you want to do. And I feel like Velvet never thinks about herself at this point.
Hi, Silica. I'm back. I can't believe it's been 7 years since we lost you. And the baby
Oh, I forgot she was pregnant.
Tret.
Yeah.
Princess.
That does come in later too, huh? I forgot.
7 years, though.
Those flowers.
That's crazy. So she was 9 at the time.
I'm sorry.
That'd be so hard.
Came to mind.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially since that's like one of her, not her only family, because she obviously has Laphicet and Arthur, but I mean, that's all they have. So that's a pretty,
Yeah.
that's a
For
devastating
the only
loss.
parental figure as well to be Arthur, who's so often out.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like he's not even blood related. He was only the connection through Celica. So it's like that's always so hard.
Welcome home, Velvet. Fluffy. I told
I'm
you.
sure there's a part of Velvet that she probably feels like a burden, even though she's doing everything.
Look, your fever hasn't gone down a bit. Go lie down.
And Laphicet, I relate to him too. There's no way I could just stay bedridden all the time.
It would be so frustrating, yeah.
A compass. It uses a magnet to tell you which way you're facing. Woohoo! You can use the sun and stars. for that.
Woohoo!
It's cloudy, huh? Thanks to this invention, we'll
He's a really
finally
smart
be
kid
able
as
to voyage
well.
across the ocean. See?
So smart.
Designed to stay level, so your heading will be true even when the ship is rolling with the waves. Pretty neat, right? If you say so.
And you can just tell, like, I think that's part of the animation, but I think it's also the inflection in the voice actors. Like, you can just tell how, like, proud and excited Laphicet is to talk to Velvet and just how much she loves him, too.
Yeah, the voice actors definitely did just a fantastic job.
Not a scratch. And I
Yeah, because I feel like if they didn't do it the way that they did, this could have fallen very flat.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
secret arts. He isn't coming home tonight, is he?
No.
How do you know that? Sarah stopped by and told me. Arthur's molecule.
Oh, I forgot. He can see Ceres.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, that's something I knew that, obviously, but I forgot about it.
No kidding.
Yeah, I think there's an NPC you can talk to before this that mentions that he seemed to be talking to himself at some point.
Oh, that makes sense. And it was probably her.
Yeah.
I want to become an exorcist. I want to go traveling with you and see all the wonders of the world.
Luffy set would probably make a decent exorcist.
Demons come for us.
Yeah.
I'll defend you. I wish I could do that.
So adorbs.
Imagine being his age and not being able to like go out and do things you wanted to do.
No kidding. Especially because I feel like at that age you have so much energy and you just want to explore as much as you can. Like, and he can't.
Yeah.
It's probably why he reads so much, though. You know what I mean? Like, that is his form of exploring.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Eat every last mouthful, even if you don't feel hungry. And take your medicine, no matter how nasty it tastes. No tricks. Am I clear? Yes, ma'am.
How adorable. No matter how bad it tastes.
First, I need to light the stove.
Their relationship's very cute.
It's adorable, yeah. Oh, let's light the stove. Le stove.
It's so easy to light Arthur's firewood. I wonder what his trick is. Velvet? Could you not put any spinach in the soup? You'll never grow up if you're picky with your food, you know. I know, but just for today.
I like how they still have, like, these little scenes, too. I think that adds to it. Not everything is, like, a 3D speaking scene. But these profiles still have so much, like, emotion in them.
Yeah. They put so much detail into them.
The Nameless Empyrean.
Fluffy really reading stuff this dense? Poor kid's gonna squint his eyes right out.
It's adorable. Oh.
I love how Velvet's so focused on just realistic things, like he could hurt his eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she's like, doesn't even worry about the contents of the book.
Yeah, I saw Miko today, and she had very important things to talk about. She's coming over in the next couple days, so
To make a quiche so she can get a hubby.
I will. Glad you've got a good friend. Yeah, we've known each other since forever. Still, Miko falling in love. I can barely wrap my head around it. Fluffy, you know, if there's a girl you like, you'll tell Big Sister all about it, right? Girl? You're a stubborn little brat, so you might need an older girl to keep you under control. Oh, and she's gotta be a good cook. A pro in the kitchen is a success at life. Knock it off, Velvet. You should be more worried about your own love life.
This is such a cute, like, innocent little relationship they have.
I've got a girlfriend and Arthur since Celica is gone. Besides, getting crushes on strange men, I just don't see what's so...
Oh.
What's wrong?
He just has, like, a minor cough and she literally stops dead tracks. Everything. Always.
You all right? I'll bring you some water. I'm fine. You just said something funny as well, and it made me choke a bit. As long as you're okay. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there. Who knows what the future holds? Yeah. What more can I do? I've got a duty to look after my little brother, and I'm serious about it.
She's pretty fucking serious about it.
But I'm trying to look after you too. I want you to be happy. That's all. And it's not just me. Arthur worries about you too.
I'm sure he does.
Your family, right? That's what families do. Thanks, Laffy. For you, I'd kill every last prickle boar in the forest if it came down to it.
See, even that, like, that was just good writing right there. Like, she was debating about, like, oh, man, I feel bad about killing the prickle boars and all that stuff. And then for Laffy, she's like, I'll kill every single one if I have to. Like, it's just cool.
Definitely.
They bring stuff full circle very well. What is this book?
Or Scarlet Knight. Sis went prickle boar hunting on her
Oh.
own. She's almost as good a fighter as Arthur. So I know those prickle boars don't stand a chance.
Nope, they didn't.
Worry that she's too athletic to land a husband.
Oh.
Maybe she should try to be more. He just knew you'd be reading this, didn't he?
He probably did know you'd be reading it. He probably wrote that on purpose for you.
Yeah. Probably would just leave it lying like that. Yeah.
Yeah, if he didn't want you to read it, he probably would have hid it.
Yeah.
So cute, so innocent.
Even them just animating that little bit of them eating is such detail.
Right, and it's like important detail too. I don't feel like any of the detail is just like, oh yeah, they're just like trying to tell you stuff. Like everything kind of comes full circle eventually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the writing is very intentional.
Yes,
Tomorrow's a
that's a good way to say it.
Yeah, just like that night that changed our lives.
A Scarlet Night. Because of this game, every time like the moon is red or something, I'm always like, oh my god, like.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's something I didn't notice in my first playthrough is you can literally see little things floating through the air there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Unfortunate-
them mentioning about the fire being easy to light as well was quite interesting.
Yeah. It's like, I wonder why.
Okay, let's see. Today, I've got to try some meat and use that cheese I've been saving to make a quiche for. Luffy?
What the heck? He doesn't get up and go around.
Where have you gone?
Snuck off when you weren't looking, Velvet. You were sleeping.
Better not have gone to the village alone.
What?
I bet your fever hasn't
It's kind of adorable, like the way she gets frustrated at him.
She's just so protective over him.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, shit, I just want to go to town. Which, I mean, I get it. She should be protective over him, but
Yeah, it's a little stifling, I guess.
yeah, exactly. He probably gets annoyed.
Luffy stepped in here? Wait, that's one of Arthur's.
Actually, it's a copy that Luffy sent me.
I think that's very telling, too. I mean, of how Luffy said, how smart he is. He just copied that whole book, just made a whole fucking transcript.
All that by hand?
Yeah. Did it all by hand as well. It must have taken forever.
Oh, he must have done it to buy that compass.
Lord knows he had time.
Yeah, true.
Told him I'd throw it in for free. He said that would be a bad deal for me. He's a good lad, but not the merchant type.
So, what did he use the money for?
I'm afraid my lips are sealed. You'll have to ask him.
Knowing what he did actually buy this is pretty adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Velvet, I saw Luffy said walking around. Is he okay? He's not okay. Where'd you see him? He was headed for the forest. I'll help you look for him. Thanks. Do a sweep of the village, just in case. I'll check the forest.
I'm surprised. Why did she not stop him? Like, she knows their whole situation. You know, like, why would you just let Laphicet go run around, lady?
That's a good point, actually.
She's like, is he okay? And Velvet's like, no! Like, you know he's not. He didn't even get his medicine.
Yeah,
Which you were also there for. Like, what do you mean, lady?
very true.
Flowers. Have you seen Luffy set?
Can't say that I have.
Alright.
I like how his name was Cheerful Old Man, but he did not sound cheerful at all.
Yeah. Some of the NPC names are quite interesting.
Yeah, I'm like, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Can't say I'm surprised. He's always been a
Like, doesn't that guy sound so cheerful to you?
He's having the time of his life.
He's stoked.
His navigation techniques, exotic farming methods too. Only one kid in a million is as smart as he is.
You're exaggerating. Maybe not.
It's a shame. If
Yeah.
he could go to school in the capital, I'm sure he'd make it.
I'm sure he would too. Laphicet is very smart.
Isn't that days and days by ship from Taliesin? No way. Not happening. Even if he gets
I have to say, Taliesin is probably one of my favorite town names.
He can handle it.
Really?
It's just it's got a cool ring to it.
Mm-hmm.
The actual town is with the
I think it's
name.
got an interesting design, certainly.
I have to think. Is it the one I'm thinking of? That's like the first town you go to, right?
No, no.
Is that?
It's a kind of cliff side.
Oh. No, that town is cool. I like that one. I like the one where there's like a side quest involving medicine, and there's like a bunch of rivers going through that town. I forget that town's name, but that one's cool too.
Yes, I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I know the one you're talking about, I think.
Yeah, that one's just really like, I would live there, you know, like it's just pretty. Forgot I already had auto run on. I was like trying to hold the B button to go faster, and she started walking. I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, the Tales games aren't that kind.
Yeah, just kidding. Alright, we'll see. Oh, there's some more prickle bowlers up here. I'm going to avoid these ones for right now. Just at the beginning.
Yeah, grinding's not really important when you're just at the start of the game.
Yeah, exactly. But once you end up getting like at least one other party member, as long as I have one other party member, then I'm like, alright, I'll fight every battle.
I think that's why Zesteria is actually quite interesting, because you already start off with 2 party members.
Right. Straight from off the bat. I think, yeah, I started fighting all the enemies right off the bat on that game.
Yeah.
If you want to do something, just ask.
I actually kind of wish more games started like that. Like, you don't really always have to start just by yourself. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either, but I think it's an interesting take to start with 2 or whatever.
It was just
Yeah, definitely. I think the issue maybe is that if you're going to start with more than one character, you have to make both of them as interesting as each other.
Right. Or they can be like a duet of some sort, like they can have complementing personalities.
Yeah, definitely.
Like one really grumpy and one really like cheerful one or something.
Yeah.
just for today, though. Are you sure? I am. But next
This game's so pretty though.
I'm strapping
It's really pretty, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Like that is gorgeous.
Off to the key.
Yeah. This area especially is just so vibrant with colors.
Absolutely, yeah. This is a great like first area that they kind of throw at you and you're like, oh my god. This cave's cool too. I would take a nap in here, you know what I mean? Like it's just peaceful.
Yeah, then the prickle boars would come after you.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a peaceful nap. You'd have to kill them all
Yeah.
first. Then nap. Nothing like a little murder before your nap, you know?
Just look at all these. This place never changes.
Sad he probably doesn't get sun like that often.
It does too change. The seasons, the wind, the weather. Change one and the sea's totally different. And the same goes for what lies across the sea. Across the sea? Sometimes I just don't know what you're talking about.
He's got an explorer's heart, Velvet.
Hey, Velvet. Thank you for taking me out here today. You don't need to thank me. Hey, Luffy. Do you
There it is again.
birds fly? Well, if they didn't, they couldn't catch food or escape from predators. Thought so. But you know, I think there's more to it than that. A bird that's born with wings has to.
Oh shit.
A demon!
Oh no.
A straight up demon. That would be pretty freaky to see.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Especially, and I mean, I think you and I kind of skipped over, but Arthur said earlier that we can't hurt demons. Like, we don't.
Yeah, an ordinary human can't do anything against them.
So, pretty much, Velvet here is trying to sacrifice herself so that Laphicet can run. Because, as you can see, we can't do any damage.
Mhm.
The ultimate sacrifice. But at least we can do some cool kick moves to kind of stifle it, maybe.
At least you look cool while you're doing
Yeah,
that.
exactly. I'm gonna die, but at least I look cool. I always thought that was kind of fucked up. Just sends her flying.
Yeah. Yeeted into a wall.
Yeah, exactly. There's something about getting yeeted that hard that's so miserable it's
Yeah.
kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's what he bought.
What a sweet kid.
I know. I like the fact that that's the one thing he's thinking about right now.
Yeah. He genuinely cares a lot for her.
Oh, yeah. Just in time. What a good guy. Good guy, Arthur.
Good guy, Arthur. Save the day.
Thanks, good guy, Arthur.
Did I get home? Velvet! Waffy, you're all right. Sorry. It's all my fault. No. If you weren't there, there's no telling what might have happened to me.
That's so cute.
Mm.
Broke, right? You've got beautiful hair. It would be a waste if you didn't take care of it.
See, and that's just a cute moment, too, that it was also intentional writing when they were talking earlier when she's like, oh, yeah, my old brush broke. Like,
Mm-hmm. Done such a good job with this prologue.
so good, yeah.
What's going on?
And
That's
viewers,
kind of freaky to wake up to a red moon as well.
no kidding, and that thing's giant as fuck. Like, that's not like, it is right up in
Yeah.
your biz.
Yeah.
Now there's demons everywhere. Ooh.
What's happening?
This would be kind of shocking to wake up to, you know?
Not just shocking, nightmare.
Yeah, no kidding. So I kind of have a theory that, like, when she saw Laffy sit there, because that was obviously real, because he gave her the brush. But I think that's, like,
I have to find Laffy.
I think, like, that's right before he, like, left with Arthur, right before this stuff started
Yeah.
happening.
Mm-hmm.
There was, like, not a good way to say that. But
Yeah.
look at
We'll
all these
see.
dead people, by the way. Kind of
Yeah,
fucked.
there's a baby up ahead. Yeah.
Oh my god! I didn't even
Yeah.
notice that. Oh my god!
Yeah.
So yeah, if you thought this game wouldn't go there, oh, it'll go there.
Don't give up.
Just because it was happy-go-lucky at the beginning, I was not joking. This is one of the darkest, like, stories in the series.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm living for.
Mm-hmm. It does go from 0 to 100 very quickly.
Oh yeah. We just went from cuddling our brother to dead baby in the street, so
Yeah.
it doesn't get more extreme than that.
True.
And let's go. I guess I'll do a quick little save. Oh, thanks,
Probably
game.
not a bad idea. I like that the save point is a compass, actually.
Yeah, I think that's a nice little detail as well, all things considered. This will be perfect. This is exactly how I wanted the first episode to go, because right after, like, this big twist, we'll probably end it there.
Yeah.
Velvet! Oh, thank goodness. You kept Lobby safe, didn't you, Arthur?
He's a good guy.
Good guy, Arthur.
Good guy, Arthur.
That's totally not a red flag. Oof.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty. That would hurt.
A little bit.
Once was the seal to the underworld broken. Tonight,
I guess Celica was right. It is the underworld. But Velvet's 16 now. She's too big to get scared of that.
it's a single fact.
Oh, yeah.
What are you saying? Arthur, no!
I love how the Let's Player and both of us during that was like, yeah, we're going to shut up now.
Yeah.
This is an offering to the world.
It's just such a... The scene just drags you into it.
It's so powerful, and like the emotion in her voice and on her face.
Yeah, and the imagery as well. Just the way all of this is put together.
Ever a slave to emotion.
And that's how her hand got like that.
Goodbye, left arm.
Yeah. Got stabbed by good guy Arthur and then dropped into the underworld.
God, that's so cool.
It is so badass. Enter New Velvet.
Yeah. The juxtaposition.
Yeah, it's crazy. She just bop.
Yeah.
Now she eats demons through her arm. And battle. We'll want to kill them real quick. Now we can actually damage them, as you can see.
Yeah.
We can do whatever we want.
Well, you're not quite a normal human anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Therians are a little bit different.
Just a
They
little
eat
bit.
them.
Oh, the voice acting here.
Yeah, exactly. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
This part's fucked up too. It's the village people. It's her friend.
Being 16 and realizing that you've murdered several people.
Yeah, the people you like and care about that you've lived with.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty badass, to be fair.
That was pretty cool, yeah. And he only has one arm too.
Mm-hmm.
Good guy, Arthur.
Oh, the combs.
That's sad. We're Therian now, so we can... Well, actually, everybody can see him.
Mm.
Why is it that birds fly? Behold my answer. Velvet. I ask your forgiveness. The sin is mine to bear.
That is just so fucking touching, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really effective.
Make you pay.
It's amazing storytelling, in my opinion.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so she was locked away.
Mm.
Well, perfect. We'll probably end it there and leave it at that. Nice little cliffhanger for everybody. Thank you again so much for coming onto my channel. I think this was very special. This was very fun.
Well, thank you again for having me. I had a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. One last time, of course, the link will be down in the description, but make sure to go check out Elixir Vitae Games. She does a great job, and she does all the Tales series. So if you like this game, you could also go check out her playthrough as well as mine. Don't leave me too, but you know. And make sure to smash that like
just
button.
two different people's points of view.
Yeah, exactly. You can compare the two playthroughs, all that good stuff. Make sure to smash that like button to show your support for, this series and this episode. I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.